Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Sarah, and welcome to Storytime. As you can see, I'm not at the library today. I'm actually at Big Sky Donuts. I'm outside with their industrial vintage mixer that you can, if you've been here before, turn the wheel and ride up and down it a little bit. And of course, a trip to Big Sky would not be complete without some of their donuts. So yum, yum. Special thanks to Big Sky to supporting the library during Breakfast with Santa and summer reading, and so I couldn't resist dropping by to visit them. So we're going to get started this morning with our song Shake It Up. This is by Milkshake. If you don't have your shaky eggs or your scarf, that's all right. If you do have them, go ahead and get them out. We're going to have some fun.
Band is jamming, everyone's dancing, friends are coming by to play. Guitars ringing, everybody's singing, it's another beautiful day. So shake it up, don't just sit there. Shake it up, have some fun. Shake it up, so much to share. Come on everyone, shake it up. Planet turning, always learning, that's what it's all about. Everybody moving, keep on moving. Come on, let me hear you shout. Shake it up, don't just sit there. Shake it up, have some fun. Shake it up, so much to share. Come on everyone, there's no limit to the cool things we can do. There's no limit to the cool things we can do. Put our heads together, find a new way to the moon. Put our heads together, find a new way to the moon. 'Cause when you come outside the lines, guarantee you'll find a new design. You might see the world in a different light. That's right. The band is jamming, everyone's dancing, friends are coming by to play. Guitars ringing, everybody's singing, it's another beautiful day. Shake it up, don't just sit there. Shake it up, have some fun. Shake it up, so much to share. Come on everyone.
Not done yet.
Shake it up, don't just sit there. Shake it up, have some fun. Shake it up, so much to share. Come on everyone, shake it up.
Good job. Thank you for joining me in that song. Okay, let's go ahead and do our letter of the day. Have all of our donuts here. So you might be able to guess our letter of the day. Pardon my arranging things. Okay, so let me get our felt board and see if you can guess our pictures. Whee, my letter wants to fly away. So, what is this one? What animal is that? It's a dog. And next, what's this musical instrument? We did some of that during the song. A drum. Ooh, pretty flower. It has a yellow center and white petals. It's a daisy. Ooh, what's this noisy little animal? Do you know what sound it makes? It goes quack, quack. It's a duck. Okay. And then we have some ballet shoes. We're going to call them dance slippers today. What kind of truck is this? It's a dump truck. Our letter doesn't look like much quite yet. We will get it arranged. And what's this animal leaping out of the water? Yep, it's a dolphin. Okay, so I have one more piece. We'll see if it makes sense of this letter. What's this thing? Does anyone know? Yeah, it's a dinosaur. So our letter of the day is D for donuts. So as you can see, the letter D has a straight line and then it has a big bump. So we're going to get our finger pencils out and we're going to do that. So Straight line down and off, and then back up to the top and go bump to meet the bottom. Just like that, the letter D. Let's do it one more time, okay? So straight line down, then back up to the top and go bump. Just like that, the letter D for donuts. So our first book today is by Allison McGee, illustrated by Isabel Roxas. It's The Case of the Missing Donut. Sounds serious, doesn't it? Donuts. How the sheriff loved them. Cinnamon sprinkled glazed powdered, also tasty, also delicious, especially powdered. Do you have a favorite donut? Look, peeking in at all those donuts, just like we have here at Big Sky. The sheriff and his deputy were working on a special assignment today. Their mission, to bring a dozen donuts safely home. Do you think they can do that? Let's find out. Together, the sheriff and the deputy greatly admired one donut in particular. It was plump and powdery. Then the sheriff closed the lid. Gonna make sure that donut gets safely home, right? It was a big job. The sheriff had to walk with great care. Otherwise, the donut might wiggle around in the box. Their sprinkles might fall off. They might even get smushed. Look, he's carrying it carefully. Who knew what might be going on inside that box right this very moment? Look at the donuts. They look kind of angry. Maybe they're getting smushed. He's taking a listen, though. Better take a look-see, deputy. Whew. All was well in the donut world. They're looking pretty good there. Not smushed. But wait a minute. Was that one a little smushed? Yes, it certainly was. This would not do. The sheriff decided to even it up. Look, he's taking some bites. Maybe a little bit more. And maybe a teeny bit no more. And then, oh no, what happened to the donut? Did the sheriff eat the donut? Uh-oh, donut down. The sheriff had only been trying to make a good thing better. But now look what had happened. He'd eaten the donut. A donut had disappeared. Its whereabouts were unknown, and the evidence was gone. Right, deputy? Do you see any evidence of the donut he ate? Yeah. But there were still so many donuts left. No one would ever have to know that a donut crime had been committed. Onward, said the sheriff to his deputy, and he closed up the lid. The sheriff and his deputy had to act normally. The sheriff tried to carry the donuts normally. He tried to smile at the citizens of the town normally. But acting normal wasn't that easy. Well, hello, Sheriff, said Mrs. Flatterty. How was that donut? The sheriff froze. Good morning, Sheriff, said Mr. Bryant. Did you enjoy your donut? Did Mr. Bryant have X-ray vision? Do you think he does? Or do you think he sees something else? Yeah. Just then, the sheriff saw his friend Kareem. Greetings, Sheriff, he said. I see it's an excellent day for donuts. Yikes! Was the sheriff living in a town of mind readers? Do you think that's what's going on, or do you think the town sees something else? Destination home, and in they went. Well, look who's back, said the sheriff's dad. How was your walk? Good. Was the sheriff's dad looking at him funny? Did anything interesting happen? Said the sheriff's mom. No. Was the sheriff's mom looking at him funny? Said the sheriff's dad to the sheriff's son. To the sheriff's mom, excuse me. It looks as if we're missing a donut. So we are, said the sheriff's mom. So we are. Were the sheriff's parents onto him? Do you think they know what happened? Sheriff, would you happen to have any information about this case? It was no use trying to get away with crime in this town, especially when you were the sheriff. Tell me the truth, said the sheriff. How did you know? Good question, said the sheriff's mom. Maybe the deputy can answer it, said the sheriff's dad. There's the deputy. You think the deputy knows the answer? The sheriff looked at the deputy. The deputy looked at the sheriff. What does he have on his face? Yeah, he has some sprinkles. And then they both looked in the mirror. Case closed. The end. Thank you for reading that story with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and do our next song. Turn on the music. This is Open Shut Them by Lori Berkner. So we're going to open and shut them.
Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open wide your little mouth. Ah, but do not let them in. Loud and quiet, loud and quiet, louder, louder. Shh, quiet. Loud and quiet, loud and quiet, loud. Shh, quiet. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them. Right up to your nose, nose, nose. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them. Right down to your toes, toes, toes. Shake them, roll them, roll them. Make them into little fists. Shake them, roll, roll, roll. Then you blow a kiss, kiss, kiss. Mwah.
Good job. Thank you for singing that one with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and one of the things besides Big Sky that inspired this donut story time, I was surfing on Pinterest and I saw the cutest felt set and I was like, oh my goodness, we have to do this for story time. So I made a whole bunch of donuts and I think you'll like them. So we're gonna do some counting of donuts, maybe a little bit of discussion of flavors, we'll see. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give you a little bit of a close-up of our awesome donuts. There we go. So we have 6 donuts in the bakery bag waiting till we get home to eat one. You know, it's going to be a serious drag. No one will notice if I eat just one. I'll gobble it down to the very last crumb. And which donut did I choose? I chose the one with chocolate frosting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 donuts in the bakery bag waiting to eat one till we get home. It's going to be such a drag. No one will notice if I eat just one, right? So if I eat this one, look at those sprinkles. So we have, how many donuts left? 1, 2, 3, 4 donuts in the bakery bag waiting till we get home to eat one. Will be such a drag. No one will notice if I eat one. I'm going to eat the powdered donut this time. So how many donuts are left in our bakery bag? We have 1, 2, 3 donuts left. So 3 donuts in our bakery bag, waiting till we get home to eat one. I don't know if I can wait that long. So we're gonna eat this one. Look at those sprinkles. Yeah. So how many donuts do we have left? 1, 2 donuts in the bakery bag, waiting until we get home. It's gonna be such a drag. So I'm gonna gobble this one down to the very last crumb. I think maybe it has strawberry frosting. So we have 1 donut in the bakery bag, waiting till we get home. It's gonna be such a drag. No one will notice if I eat just one. I gobble it down and how many donuts are left? There's no donuts in our bakery bag. I confess to my parents as my shoulders sag. My parents turn the car around. We'll order more donuts at the bakery in town. Good job. Thank you for counting with me. put these away so they don't get blown away. I don't really want to go chasing donuts today, as odd as that sounds. Okay, so our last book, I think you'll enjoy. This one is entitled Dozens of Donuts, and it is written by Carrie Finnison, illustrated by Brianne Farley. Early one morning, as autumn leaves scatter, Luann's busy stirring up a big bowl of batter. She'll eat some sweet treats, then warm and well fed, she'll sleep away winter, tucked in her bed. 12 donuts hot from the pan, toasty and tasty all for ding dong. Uh-oh, there goes the doorbell. Woodrow? Do you have enough for a neighbor to share? Sure, says Luann, and she pulls up a chair. Look, she's gonna share her donuts with Woodrow. 12 donuts hot from the oven, half are for Woodrow and half for Luann. The rest are for Luann, and then ding dong, the doorbell goes. Who do you think it could be this time? Clyde? Luann, feeling generous, offers her plate full. Donuts my favorite, says Clyde. I'm ever so grateful. You're welcome, dig in, I'll make more, says Luann. She measures and mixes as fast as she can. There she goes with her mixing bowl. 12 donuts hot from the pan, a few for her friends, and the rest for... Uh-oh, what do you think happens again? Can you make the doorbell sound with me? Ding dong. Topsy? I smelled something good. Can I hang for a while? Luann says, come in. But she's lost her big smile. Delicious, cries Topsy. She gulps down a swallow. Luann's heart feels warm, but her belly feels hollow. Has she gotten to eat any donuts yet? No, she's given them all to her friends. 12 donuts hot from the pan, some for each friend, and the rest for... You think they're going to be for Luann? Can you do the doorbell sound with me again? Ding dong. Moufette? Moufette is so shy that she hides in a shrub. Luann heaves a sigh and says, come in, join the club. While her guests eat the donuts, Luann starts to worry. She cracks her last egg and pours milk in a hurry. Look, she's mixing some batter again. The last dozen donuts hot from the pan, a pair for each friend means there's more for... Uh-oh, there's our doorbell sound again. Ding dong. Chip and Chomp, it sounds like a party. They both scamper in. Now they fill up their cheeks. Now let winter begin. Look, their chipmunky cheeks. But Woodrow pours cider. They all raise a toast, but Luann is fed up with her job as their host. She's ready to sleep through the snow, ice, and sleet, but winter is near, and there's nothing to eat. Deep in her throat, there's a low, hungry grumble. It grows louder slowly. Her friends hear the rumble. One look at Luann, and they dash for the door. After all, she's a bear, and she's ready to... Can you roar with me? Roar! She fusses and frails and then slowly grows still. Snowflakes drift down. All is quiet until... Uh-oh. There's our doorbell again. Ding dong. Look who it is this time. All her friends, and they have gifts. What do you think they brought with them? Peeking outside, Luann blinks in surprise. Her friends have come back, and they all brought supplies. We counted the donuts, you made us so many, and that's when we noticed you didn't get any. We're sorry, Luann. Topsy ties aprons. They prop up Luann's feet. Chip measures, Chomp mixes, Moufette checks the heat. Dozens of donuts hot from the oven, stacked up in heaps, and they're all for Luann. Wasn't that nice of her friends? But her friends have made more than enough bear. She has plenty to eat, and she's happy to share. The end. Thank you for reading that book with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to do our closing song. And while I pull that up, just a reminder that if you have not taken a listen to our telephone tales, go ahead and do that. We have some awesome stories. The telephone number to call for that is 816-205-7695. You take a listen. We have some different staff members reading some awesome picture books. I think you'll enjoy that. Again, that's 816-205-7695. Now, our last song is by the Wiggles, and this is Rockabye Your Bear. So you ready to do some dancing?
Let's all sing Rockabye Your Bear. Here we go. Okay, everybody, let's put our arms up in the air and sway them from side to side. It's time to Rockabye Your Bear. Here we go. Everybody clap. Everybody sing. Really loud. Bow to your partner. G'day, mate. G'day. And then you turn around. Hands in the air, rockabye your bear. Bear's now asleep. Bear's now asleep. Well, everyone, we're going to try something a little bit different this time. We're not going to sing. We'd like to hear your voices. It's your turn to sing. That's great. Maybe a bit louder. Yeah. That sounds great. Bear's now asleep. Bear's now asleep. Bear's now asleep.
Good job. Let me hit pause. So thank you for joining me for story time today. I hope you enjoyed the donuts. I know I'm going to go and enjoy some donuts. So be sure to stop by Big Sky and get some too if you'd like some. So thank you for joining me. See you next week.